that Brad Pitt thing. Get down. Hey, shut up.
Introducing first, being escorted to ringside by Seleziya Sparx. He weighs in at 236 pounds, fighting out of Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. All ego, Ethan Page! And his opponent, he weighs in at 175 pounds, fighting out of Rochester, New York. He is the extremely cute wrestler, Colin Delaney!
Well, Bauer, this is a very interesting match because you look at a guy like All Ego Ethan Page, who's all about himself, and then there's a guy like Colin Delaney, who a lot of people didn't like until recently when he stood up for this company against Duke and those bastards from Nixon, and put this company kind of on his shoulders, saying that he's going to lead the charge.
Well, I don't know how smart of a move that was by Colin Delaney. It was definitely a popular move.
Certainly.
Delaney's been rededicating himself to his fitness. As you can see, his abs are coming back. He's been losing that beer gut because it's cut out alcohol. He has reformed himself. He's becoming a new man.
He's rededicated himself.
That's right. He doesn't want to go out getting punked out by guys like Nixon, is what he says. And, I know he's upset with the entire Nixon faction, but he was really upset with the Duke, and he's really upset with you, Vic.
Ooh.
Yeah, Colin. He said he doesn't like you at all.
Out of here. As Colin Delaney takes a shot to the back, and Ethan Page, let's talk about it. He may be all ego, but when he's in the ring, he's all business.
Yeah, he's all talented, too. He's got a lot of talent.
And Delaney, the extremely cute wrestler, takes a vicious chop right to the chest. As you can see, Miss Sparks on the outside showing her approval for all ego, Ethan Page. As Delaney up and over on Page. Nice!
Oh.
Look at that. Look at the athleticism, the quickness, and the athleticism again being shown by Colin Delaney here in the early going.
Look, I didn't even have to say anything earlier. You can tell that this is a rededicated Colin Delaney.
He is getting around, and this crowd loves it on their feet. And what we mentioned earlier, a standing room only attendance here at Turner's Hall.
How impressive is Delaney?
Oh, and he goes.
Uh-oh.
How impressive is Ethan Page? Catching Delaney. Delaney over the back, and Mr. Page, that's the steel post.
Yeah, see, that's what happens when you're Colin Delaney and you try to get real fancy schmancy on somebody like All Ego Ethan Page. You get... Oh, no. Well, Ethan Page is the one that... Uh-oh.
And again, you know what? Ethan Page always uses Seleziya Sparx on the outside, not just as a distraction, as almost like a toy, as something that's part of his property, just using her, throwing her into harm's way. That's the reason she got kicked in the face last time we saw her.
Oh, yeah, well, you know...
Because of Ethan Page.
Well, that's debatable. She threw herself in harm's way. She knows what to do. You know, she's been around the block. She's actually trained to wrestle and wanted to become a part of the Girls Night Out division. But Ethan Page told her, look, if women were meant to wrestle, then there would be wrestling rings inside of kitchens. And I was offended.
Anyways, Colin Delaney with a kick out. He just met the barricade on the outside. His all ego Ethan Page really showing his strength now. Now just going right to work on that midsection of Colin Delaney. And who is Ethan Page to tell anyone what to do and where their place is?
Well, he's all ego. I mean, the man's on a winning streak. He won 1 in a row, and he's looking to win 2 in a row here.
1 isn't a winning streak. And Delaney moving at the last second, coming to the clothesline. And now business picking up for Colin Delaney. Wanting to go out a different way, a nice little side kick. And now he's setting him up for almost looks like a standing.
Colin, what are you doing, man? This is a completely different Colin Delaney than what we're used to.
Now we're seeing the strength there being used by Ethan Page. Wow.
You know, you got to give credit for Colin Delaney for battling alcoholism. It's a tough battle, but but I think it's a tougher battle against Ethan Page. How do you stand up to a man like Ethan Page?
Did you see what he just instructed Sparx to do? He said, go get him a drink. He's got a problem. Does he not understand that Colin Delaney is trying to better himself, not just as a professional wrestler, as Delaney again kicks out. He's trying to better himself as a person.
Maybe Ethan is buying Seleziya a drink.
I doubt it. He's not.
He's the consummate gentleman.
Yeah. I don't know what your definition of. Look at this. Look at this. This isn't a joke. This man has a problem. He's trying to get better. Oh, there we go.
You know, it's a battle every day against alcohol, and they're helping him in his battle. They're putting it in his face and telling him this is what you don't want to do with your life.
I don't know. That's not what I'm hearing back here.
Ethan Page, he likes champagne. He likes it on ice.
That is true. A lot of people like champagne. One person who's trying not to like champagne is a man trying to better himself. That's Colin Delaney, and he's on the apron right now. Ethan Page is pulling him up by his hair. And now he's going to send him, I believe, into the post. And
Oh, my God!
He right into the side of it. You can hear him screaming in pain.
I think he hit that shoulder.
Uh-oh. Colin able to kick out, but Ethan Page really zeroing in on the midsections, the ribs of Colin Delaney. And Bauer, as you know, as a former Heritage champion, that's very smart, because if you can go at the guy's midsection and he can't breathe, you're not going to be very successful in being able to go against an athlete like Ethan Page.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because I am a former Western States Heritage champion. Longest reigning in my illustrious career. I've reigned longer than anyone else, and I'm glad you brought that up. And since then, the title is now defunct. But if it was still,
Never was real.
if it was still around today, Ethan Page. Whoa!
That might wake up Colin Delaney as Ethan Page just slapped him in the face. And now the slugfest for a moment was continuing as Ethan Page almost looks like he's toying and still concentrating on that midsection of Colin Delaney. As Delaney, for the moment's got to stay on top of Ethan Page.
Oh.
Just delivered a vicious running knee right to the temple, and Colin Delaney trying everything to fight back.
Well, I got to ask you a question, Vic, here, and you please be honest and truthful.
A side-standing super kick.
Who has the better body? Is it Seleziya or is it Ethan?
Seleziya.
Oh, you are sadly mistaken, my friend. Look at Ethan Page. That man is always in the gym.
And Ethan Page just took a huge cutter and then a kick to the face, and he's still standing.
Yeah, that's right. That's how he's trained. He's trained to stand.
Oh! Colin Delaney not standing after that. Both.
No, that reminds me of the time we were in West Virginia, and Delaney, I had to help him out of the bar. That's how he was.
Well, you stop it.
Yeah, he's a slobbering drunk, this man.
And again, Ethan Page, everything Ethan Page is doing right to the midsection of Colin Delaney, no wasted motion. A very innovative move of bringing him in the hard way and having him land over his knee.
See, that's the problem. Delaney, he got rid of that beer gut. There's no cushion. Uh-oh. Oh, he got him with that
Another cutter.
inside-out cutter.
And again, a kick out by Colin Delaney at 2. And Colin Delaney, I think the old Colin Delaney would have given up just wanting to get out of the arena, get to the party, but the new dedicated Colin Delaney has no quit.
Well, you know what? Here we go, spinning Dwayne time.
Oh.
Ethan Page, this is what he calls a spinning Dwayne. This is his finishing maneuver. He beats people with it all the time. Oh,
No, sir. And then a drop kick, and again, Ethan Page to the outside. Are we going to see Delaney fly once again? Will this time it pay off?
Oh, into like an arm drag up the ramp.
That's what it appeared to be with Colin Delaney and Ethan Page both going down the hard way.
The crowd roared in approval. They love it.
Oh, and then a back elbow right to the face as now Ethan Page trying to get in firm control. And then a monkey flip, I believe, into the guardrail.
That's right.
Bauer, can you see anything? Get on the ladder.
Yes, I can see Seleziya.
Well, quit looking at her.
Well, I mean, she's in the way. She put on a couple pounds.
Go that Ethan Page. Will you stop?
And look at that, Delaney. He's all about AIW now. That's his new addiction, is AIW.
That's right, and the AI-dub chant picking up here in Turner's Hall as Colin Delaney tosses Ethan Page back into the ring. And Sparx, what is she doing?
Wait a minute. Oh, she's got eyes for Delaney. That's what it is.
Oh!
I knew it. I knew.
No, you don't know nothing.
She's got eyes for Delaney. You know, Ethan Page, he can't trust her. That's why he's got to keep her in line.
Oh. Off the top rope.
Uh-oh.
Another innovative move from Ethan Page, but it's still not enough to keep Colin Delaney down. And the only reason Ethan Page wins is because of that young lady on the outside. He treats her like crap.
Well, sometimes that's how you have to treat women. Vic, I don't know where you've been at, but sometimes you have to treat a woman like that. This is what Ethan Page tells me. I don't feel this way. Personally, I've treated all my ex-wives with the utmost respect. Yeah.
Well, if you treat them with enough, they wouldn't be ex.
Look, I'm an expert on marriage. I've been married 7 times.
You've been what, divorced?
6.
6
and a half.
and a half.
And we'll see what happens after tonight.
You guys need to go on Mari. But right now, we got a lot of fisticuffs going back and forth between All Ego Ethan Page in the black trunks and Colin Delaney, who just delivered a huge knee, falls on for the cover. 1, 2. Jay Clemens close to dropping that 3.
Oh, Clemens
barely slid a piece of paper under his hand. That's how close Colin Delaney was for picking up a victory here at Hell on Earth 8. Inside a sold-out, standing room only Turner's Hall.
Delaney, if I was him at this point, I'd think about leaving. I don't think he can handle. All Ego Ethan Page.
He's trying to leave with a victory.
Oh!
There's another knee to the face. Ethan Page on Dream Street goes up and goes down.
Oh, that's a massive DDT.
Spiked him with the Tornado S DDT.
And that turned on Seleziya. Look at her up there.
She's up there being the victim.
She's going to take her top off.
She's not going to take her top off. Colin,
oh, my God.
Anything to do with that. He's not addicted to women. He's not addicted to drugs. He's not addicted to alcohol. He's addicted
Wait a
to
second.
battling for AIW.
Oh, she's showing him a little, the rear.
Get him, Colin. It's Colin, the big elbow off the top.
Hey, he wasn't distracted by the breast. He wasn't distracted by the chest. He wasn't distracted by the glutes. By the butt.
Breast and the booze now, and again.
Oh, wait a minute.
Colin Delaney.
They found something that does distract him.
Colin Delaney trying to beat alcoholism like he's trying to.
No, drink it. Drink it, Colin. Drink it. Chug it.
Colin, wait a minute. Inside cradle. Oh. Ethan Page trying every out he could possibly get.
Well, Delaney did have that momentum. There we go. Oh, he went for that spinning Dwayne. Didn't happen.
Again, Delaney reverses him. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, no.
Oh, and Delaney tried to take a drink. I knew he wasn't recovered.
No, Ethan Page.
Oh, he's spinning Dwayne.
With the cover, the count, and the 3. Unbelievable. Ethan Page stealing one.